100 miles per hour uphill, he's going to run out of fuel much faster than you or I would if we were traveling up the 5 freeway. And so that's, again, only good news. I think you can only say this is the best case scenario that any of these officers could have hoped for, and hopefully the resolution to this pursuit is just as optimal. Here comes another spike strip attempt. Maybe. Does not look like yep. Spikes across. There's the spike. And he might have hit it. Might have hit it. They got to pull it back. Otherwise, that patrol car, yep, he hit it.
And it looks like the patrol car went over
he hit
too.
it at least. I think the patrol, did he? You'll have to replay that.
Looked like it.
I think the patrol car might have gone around it, but you can see now clearly that front right wheel heavily affected, immediately going flat. Look at that.
Wow, that didn't take long.
Didn't take long at all. Didn't take long at all, and now it looks like he's about to be running on empty, at least on that front right and the right rear.
Wow.
And the right rear. Both the right tires are now running low on air, and they will be flat here in a second. We'll get around the driver's side if it's possible, and we'll try and get a better picture of what's going on that side of the vehicle. Not one, but two separate spike strip attempts on the freeway. Colleen and Ellen, something I have not seen in some time, but it appears to have been successful in this case, and I think that's going to start to wrap up the pursuit here in the coming minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I think this vehicle is now on borrowed time as those tires begin to run flat.
Yeah, and Bruce, I could imagine that this certainly changes the color of this pursuit. I'm no longer going to be maneuvering at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, definitely. His speeds will decrease, as Chris said, with the spike strip being deployed. They may have gotten the CHP nature of the pursuit. I know this is a Passat, and they're front-wheel drive vehicles, but as those tires deflate very quickly, they're going to be...
Okay, Bruce, we have to interrupt you. Bruce, we have to interrupt you for just one moment. We're going to at 4 o'clock in just 4 seconds.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Breaking news right now at 4, the CHP...
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Breaking news right now at 4, the CHP chasing a reckless driver on the 5 freeway, speeds reaching over 100 miles an hour. Thanks for joining us, in David Ono.
And I'm Ellen Labo. You're watching Eyewitness News at 4 live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. Let's get right to Chris Christie. He's live over the scene in Air 7 HD. Chris?
Guys, the pursuit continuing up the grapevine. A Volkswagen Passat, not sure if it's stolen or what other crimes have been committed here, but a dangerous driver behind the wheel nonetheless, leading CHP on a triple-digit speed pursuit through the San Fernando Valley, through the Santa Clarita Valley, and up the 5 freeway, where just moments ago, not one but 2 spike strip attempts were made. The second one appears to have been successful, knocking out the right 2 tires. You're looking at the left 2 tires on the driver's side, which appear to be intact, but the right tires, both the front and the rear, have run out of air. He is pretty much running on flats on the right side. That's going to slow things down considerably as he continues up the 5 freeway at 50 to 60 miles per hour, continue going uphill with at least 4 CHP units right behind him. In fact, he's made the decision for the first time in this pursuit to get off the freeway. He ran over something, or maybe the tire came apart there, but you saw some debris flying off the vehicle, and now he's getting off at Smoky Bear Road here on the 5 freeway.
We have a replay now of that spike strip. Oh, a big piece of tire just came. Look at that. The whole tread's coming off.
It sure did.
He's going to have
the pit. There's the pit.
maneuver.
There's the pit. Spinning the vehicle out of control, doing a full 180 underneath the freeway, and those CHP units have come out the other side. The vehicle has now come to a standstill on the underneath the freeway. It looks like those officers are getting ready for a confrontation here. He may have gone for a run. He may have gotten out of the vehicle in a foot pursuit. This is going to be a foot pursuit onto the freeway. He's climbing up the embankment. He's trying to get on the freeway, guys, northbound side of the 5 freeway. The foot chase is going to stop there because those officers will not chase him across the freeway over the divider. More oncoming traffic here, and this is so dangerous as he comes out the other side. They will be there to meet him on the other side, but they could, look at that, the K9 unit starting to cross the freeway, turning around there. They will get units on the other side of the freeway. here, and hopefully he will just run out of steam here. Certainly the vehicle gave up on him. You saw the tires come apart, the full tire flying off the vehicle, and then that successful pit maneuver underneath the freeway. He immediately jumped out of the vehicle, went for a run over all of the northbound and southbound lanes of the freeway, and he is now trying to hitchhike his way out of this situation.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering what he was doing because the CHP is just on the other side of the freeway. He looked like he was running towards them, but yeah, he's trying to hail a car of some sort, staying on the freeway, which we have seen some horrible things happen on the freeway in the past. You cannot underestimate the speed of these cars, but he's now in the middle. Maybe that's, oh, okay, so he's doubling back.
Over the divider again, back on the northbound side.
Oh, dear.
Look at this, trying to carjack a vehicle. He's trying to carjack other cars on the freeway. They're going to have to get more aggressive here if he continues this kind of behavior. But now he is trying to carjack these cars on the freeway.
Oh, my goodness. And they're at a standstill, which is not helping matters.
He's just looking for an unlocked door. He's looking for any unlocked door to try and get out of the situation. But they are going to close in on him here pretty soon. I can't imagine that they're that far back. I don't want to lose him here. We're going to stay pretty tight. But I'm trying to look to see where it looks like he's trying to go down the embankment, off the freeway. Now going down below, and they should be able to meet him. He's going back where the vehicle is, and there should be officers down there. I don't see them, but you would imagine that there are more officers underneath the freeway.
One patrol
and there's one of them.
Okay, we got someone behind him and then someone down on the ground too.
He might be hiding under the freeway, up the embankment. You know, there's those nooks and crannies up there, as opposed to running down on the street. But there is a unit moving.
Has come to an end.
Wow, that came to
thank goodness.
A dynamic.
It certainly was.
At that. Very good work by CHP officers and everybody else. Interesting spike strip. We'll talk about that. I guess we could debrief on that a little bit later on, but we have a lot of news to get to. But Chris, thank you for covering this for us. And we're going to move on to other news now. 2 former Whittier police detectives have been charged with assault in a 2020 shooting that left a man paralyzed. LA County District Attorney George Gascon announcing the charges today. Officials say Nicholas Carrillo was unarmed and running away when he was shot by the 2 detectives. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda has the latest.
The shooting goes back to April of 2020. 2 Whittier police officers at the time saw a car that they believed had been involved in a robbery. The plainclothes officers were in an unmarked car as they tried to pull over the suspect.
After the officers exited their vehicle with weapons drawn, the Mitsubishi reversed and had a minor collision with the unmarked vehicle's front bumper.
That's when the suspect, Nicholas Carrillo, got out of the car and started to run from the officers.
Probably within seconds, Mr. Carrillo exited the vehicle and started running.